Okay, Angela, you're ready to go.
Good evening. This is Secretary Angela Jameson calling to order the meeting of the Inland Wetlands Commission on Monday, April the 8th, 2024 at 7:07 p.m. And the meeting is in person and also via Zoom. Chair Stepanek has suggested that he and I swap roles again this evening, with me being chair pro tem and him being secretary pro tem. So could I hear a motion, please, to propose me as chair pro tem?
Angela, this is Dan Stepanek. I nominate you for tonight's meeting to be voted in as chairman pro tem.
Thank you. Seconded, Commissioner Woike. All those in favor, please raise your hands. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Thank you. So I would now like to propose that Commissioner Stepanek is Secretary pro tem for this evening. Please, could someone second that?
Second.
Commissioner Redden seconds it. All those in favor, please raise your hand. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Thank you. So I am Chair Pro Tem for this evening, and Commissioner Stepanek is Secretary Pro Tem. Secretary Pro Tem Stepanek, please could you call the roll?
Yes, thank you, Angela. Daniel Stepanek, I'm here. Angela Jameson.
I'm present.
Beth Bernelli.
Present.
Sandy Redden.
Here.
Beth Sanford.
Present.
Anthony Zillo.
Absent.
Priscilla Woke.
Present.
Katie Osley.
Absent.
And Adam Ramirez.
Present.
Thank you very much. So Commissioner Ramirez, would you please be seated for Commissioner Sillo this evening?
Yes, of course.
Thank you. So the next item on the agenda is to actually approve the agenda. You have a copy in front of you. Does anyone have any comments to make? If not, may I hear a motion to approve, please? Commissioner Woike moves approval.
Second.
Commissioner Redden, thank you. All those in favor? Okay, any opposed? Any abstentions? The agenda is approved unanimously. The next item is to approve the minutes of the regular meeting of March 18th, 2024. You have copies of that in front of you. Any comments on those minutes? Okay, hearing none. Hearing none. Dan Stepanek, did you have comments on the minutes?
No, I did not. No.
Okay, thank you. So could I hear a motion to approve them, please?
I make a motion to approve the minutes.
Thank you, Commissioner Ramirez, seconded by Commissioner Sanford. Thank you. All those in favor, please raise your hands. Any opposed? Any abstentions?
Angela, I will abstain.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. One abstention from Commissioner Brunali. So now I'm opening the regular meeting. And first we will look at applications to be received. And these will be scheduled for review at the May 20th regular meeting. The first one is application number 24-9, 50 Willowbrook Lane. Kevin F. Driscoll. Dredge existing pond to restore health of pond. Agent Alexandra Mock, soil scientist. The second is application 24-13 24-13, 51 Harrison Avenue, Stephen and Catherine Cox. Remove invasive plants and install native plants. Activities proposed in wetlands and upland review area. Agent is Michael Boyci, landscape architect. The third is application 24-14, 677 South Avenue, Town of New Canaan, Waveney Park. Remove existing ball fields, regrade area, and install underground infrastructure to support the construction of synthetic turf field for high school varsity baseball use with bullpens, batting cage, grandstand, with restrooms, home team, clubhouse, donor wall, lighting, and associated landscaping. Fine grade adjacent soft-bill field, install stormwater management system and all other underground utilities. Activities proposed in upland review area only. Agent Tiger Man, Director of Public Works. So we are proposing that we would have our site visit for these 3 sites on May the 1st at 8 a.m. Could you please indicate whether you can make that time and date for the site visit? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. So we have a quorum. Good. So please put that in your calendar. Site visit May 1st at 8 a.m. The next item on the agenda is application number 23-24-14, 377 North Wilton Road, St. Luke's Foundation. Construct new synthetic turf field on top of proposed parking structure. Reconfigure the parking lot north of Watson Field into a corral parking area. Fine grade and landscape. Agent Julia Gabriel, St. Luke's Foundation.
Chairman Jameson, I would like to speak for a moment.
Please, Director Holland.
This evening, I received a memo from Commissioner Brunelli dated April 8th, 2024. Dear Kathleen, this morning, for the first time, I learned that the law firm of which I am a contract partner has a professional relationship with one of the speakers in the application number 23-24-14, 377 North Wilton Road, St. Luke's Foundation, Inc. There is no actual conflict of interest, but given the potential appearance of a conflict, I have decided, out of an abundance of caution and with the advice of the town attorney, Peter Gelderman, to recuse myself from this matter. Thank you, Beth Brunelli. So I'm just putting that into
Thank
the
you,
record, and
Director Holland.
Beth will excuse herself from the meeting. Thank you,
Okay,
Beth.
thank you, Commissioner Brunelli, and we appreciate your abundance of caution. So, moving on then to the substance of this particular application. I think I would like to go round the commissioners again for everyone to have the opportunity to affirm that they either attended all the meetings of the Inland Wetlands Commission that reviewed this application, or have watched the video if they weren't present, and that they have read all the documents that have been put into the record. Perhaps I could start with you, Secretary Pro Tem Stepanek. I think you need to put your mic on.
Can you unmute yourself, Dan?
Yes, thank you. I have personally attended all the meetings and read all the material on the St. Luke's application.
Thank you. Commissioner Woike? Thank you. Commissioner Redden?
I have also done all the same.
Commissioner Sanford?
Yes, I have done. I've read everything.
Commissioner Ramirez?
I have reviewed everything as well.
And this is Angela Jameson. I affirm that I have attended all the meetings in the Inland Wetlands Commission reviewing this application, and that I have reviewed all the documents that are part of the record. So we had a long discussion of the substance of this application at our special meeting on the 5th of April last week. And we took a straw vote, and it seemed as though at that point pretty much everyone was inclined to approve the application with special conditions. You've since received from Director Holland a draft resolution that sets out the special conditions amongst other things. And what I'd like to do is kind of go around the table and see where everybody stands now, given that they've had time to reflect on what we discussed, and perhaps you could set out where your head is at this point regarding both the application and the intervention. Who'd like to go first?
This is Commissioner Ramirez. I am comfortable with the application. I certainly do believe that the conditions that are cited in the draft letter being drawn up by Kathleen Holland cover the points of my concern. And in regards to the materials delivered by the intervener, I don't believe that they are pertinent to our role in the Inland Wetlands Commission. So effectively, I thank them for their time and their effort, but believe that we're in the proper course to approve the St. Luke's Foundation's application.
So thank you for that. Commissioner Sanford?
Yes, I think in terms of the draft, I think it's a very good summary of the, as it's termed, the most credible evidence. I think Kathleen really enumerated the points that we made in our meeting last Wednesday.
Beth, could you turn on your mic
Oh,
and just
sorry.
lean into it? Sorry, because I'm not sure they can hear you at home.
Perhaps you should start from the top.
Great. I am reviewing the draft resolution from that Kathleen prepared and shared with us based on our input last Wednesday. And I think it's a good summary of the most credible evidence, as it's termed, of what we drew on from the expert testimony and materials that were presented to us throughout the course of this discussion. So I think it's a good summary of what is kind of been the formulation of our inclination to approve the application. And the special conditions, I'm sure we'll talk more about them, but I also think that they're a good summary of where we were heading based on our discussion on Wednesday. So I think, I have not changed, my opinion in terms of what the effect would be on the inland wetlands, on the wetlands, and so that, we're kind of following our role as commissioners in terms of heading this way.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Sanford. Commissioner Redden?
I don't have anything to add. I would just ditto what the two commissioners before me said. I would approve this with the conditions, and I agree that the interveners were bringing up items that were not under our regulations in the wetlands.
Very good. Commissioner Woike?
Yes, I have to agree with the other three people agreeing to vote in favor of granting St. Luke's the approval for their parking garage playing field. I think the interveners did not provide enough testimony to convince us that we should not do this or we should not approve this. And I believe that the testimony given by William Kenning was very convincing, that there would be no adverse impact on the wetlands.
Thank you. Secretary Pro Tem Stepanek?
Yes, thank you. As you know, on April 3rd, I was slightly in favor of the application. But I wanted to hear what was said, and I wanted to to continue to review materials. And I, like Priscilla there, I reread what Mr. Kenny said, and I am now not slightly in favor. I am wholeheartedly in favor of approving this application. And also, I believe that the interveners did not um, uh, prove their point, even though they tried hard, but I don't think they had the experts that we needed, or I needed, to approve what they had to say.
Thank you very much, Secretary Pro Tem Stepanek. This is Angela Jameson, Chair Pro Tem. And I'd like to first draw attention to one of the bullet points that was in the draft for the resolution that has been, suggestion is to take that out. If you have a look at page 4, it's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bullet point. And in fact, it was something that I myself suggested, but on reflection, I think that it isn't a finding that is pertinent to whether or not the wetlands have been adversely impacted. So William Kenny, the soil scientist, on the 18th of March, reported that tested wells in the area contains water safe for human consumption at the time of sampling, and that the 4 untreated well water samples yielded water deemed safe for drinking purpose at the time of collection. I think it's very reassuring that those were the findings, but the water being safe for human consumption is somewhat different from whether or not it may or may not adversely impact the wetlands. So I would propose we take that bullet point out. Having said that, I am still minded to vote in favor of the application based upon what I thought was the more credible evidence provided by the applicant's experts, both particularly SMRT and William Kenny, subject to the special conditions that are in the draft. And I felt that the interveners did not meet the very high bar of showing that there would be an adverse impact to the wetlands. So I would not be voting in favor of their intervention. So maybe at this point, we should just discuss the special comments and see whether anybody wants to suggest any changes to that. So we'll look at page 5 of the draft resolution. Just give everybody a minute to review that, and please announce yourself if you have anything that you'd like for us all to discuss here.
Commissioner Jameson, this is Commissioner Redden for the record. On my document, on the new printed one, it looks like Director Holland has removed on page 4 the one bullet point that you wanted removed.
Yes, yes. So really, I was just giving an explanation of why that had been removed, and make sure everybody is comfortable with the removal of that bullet point.
Right. For the record, Commissioner Redden has no comments or edits suggested on this document.
Does anybody want to propose any edits or additions to the special conditions? Is there anything else that anyone would like to raise regarding the substance of the application, the testimony that we heard, the documents in the record, and the substance of the intervention before we move to me reading firstly the draft resolution and then secondly voting on firstly the application and then secondly the intervention.
Oh, hi. I was just had the question if that
I'm
was a
sorry,
question to
there's
the
no,
crowd.
I'm sorry, I'm not sure who's speaking right now. This is Kathleen Holland for the record. There's no public comment. This is only for the commission to deliberate, so
Okay,
there's
sorry,
no,
my mistake. Yeah.
okay, no problem. Actually, Chairman Jameson, I just would like to say that after, taking everything you all said into consideration and putting it into the resolution, I did send the special conditions to the town engineer for her review, and she was fine with how they've been written into the proposal.
Well, thank you for that that clarification. Anybody like to add anything? If not, I'm going to try to read the draft resolution. Excuse me.
Before-
So, application number 23-24-14, 377 North Wilton Road, St. Luke's Foundation, Inc. Construct new synthetic turf field on top of proposed parking structure. Reconfigure the parking lot north of Watson Field into a corral parking area. Fine grade and landscape. And the agent here is Julia Appleton Gabriel, who's the Associate Head of School and Chief Financial Officer. So here is the draft resolution. As to the application, findings. 1, the Inland Wetlands Commission received the application at its meeting on October 16th, 2023. 2, the Commission conducted a public site visit on November 9th, 2023. 3, the Commission received a petition to hold a public hearing pursuant to Section 11.2b of the Town of New Canaan Inland Wetlands and Watercourses Regulations. 4, the Commission held public hearings on the application on December 18th, 2023, January 22nd, 2024, and March 18th, 2024. 5, the applicant's civil engineering plans and reports dated October the 10th, 2023, including others, were revised several times while the application was pending and dated December the 1st, 2023, January the 8th, 2024, March 11th, 2024, and March 18, 2024. 6, the Commission received numerous and lengthy exhibits while this application was pending and heard from numerous speakers while the public hearing was open. 7, the Commission deliberated on the application on April 3rd and 8th, 2024. 8, this application is specific to the removal of an existing synthetic turf field with a proposed new synthetic turf field being constructed on top of a proposed parking structure with the installation of stormwater management systems. Additionally, the parking lot north of Watson Field is proposed to be reconfigured into a corral parking area. 9, the Commission received memos dated December 4th and March 18th, dated December 4th, 2023, and March 18th, 2024, from Maria Coplet, Town Engineer, Department of Public Works, Town of New Canaan, regarding her review and comments on the application while the application was pending. 10, on March 18, 2024, the Commission received a petition of intervention from Attorney Joel Green, signed by Sarah Pierce, intervener, pursuant to Section 22A-19 of the Connecticut General Statutes. 11, the applicant provided verbal testimony and submitting the following reports in reply to town staff, peer reviewers, the Commission, and interveners while the application was pending and prior to the close of the public hearing on March 18, 2024. And all those items that are detailed on page 2 and 3 are part of the record. Excuse me a minute. So moving to item 13 of the draft resolution. The Commission finds that the most credible evidence was presented by the applicant's experts and took into consideration SMRT adoption of all recommendations specific to the stormwater management report and site plans made by Weston and Sampson, a peer reviewer who provided an in-depth review on behalf of the First District Water Company. SMRT took no exception to providing certification that the synthetic turf components, grass, backing, shop pad, infill, etc., materials meet California Proposition 65 and European REACH standards, and will include specific notes regarding this requirement in the project specifications. SMRT confirmed there will be no reuse of the existing turf system and will provide a bill of lading for the material removed from the site. Testimony and memo dated March 18, 2024 by Maria Coplet, town engineer, that the stormwater management system complies with the town's drainage policy and the DEEP guidelines. Testimony by William Kenny, soil scientist, dated 15th of February 2024, where he concluded that the field surface water tests indicated healthy water quality. The surface water exiting the property was of substantially the same or higher quality than the surface water entering the property. Testimony from William Kenny, soil scientist, who reviewed the lab test results from the 3 surface water locations and found they meet or exceeded the Connecticut Aquatic Life Acute standards. He added, no abnormalities were noted, and results of the field test indicated healthy water quality. Testimony by William Kenny, soil scientist, at the March 18th, 2024 meeting, that there would be no adverse impacts to the wetlands or watercourses, and if anything, it might be an improvement to the wetlands. Testimony by Melissa Finn, PE, SMRT, dated 15th of February, 2024, stated that independent environmental test indicates that the material to be used on the field passed safety standards, including those for children's toys. Testimony by Melissa Finn, PE, SMRT, at the March 18th, 2018, acknowledging already having a good plan that was made better by incorporating the Weston and Sampson recommendations. The statement by Brian McCann, attorney for the District Water Company, at the 18th of March 2024 Inland Wetland Commission meeting, that the applicant had agreed to all the suggestions made by its consultants, Weston and Sampson, and that the water company had no objection to the application for a wetland permit, but did ask the Inland Wetland Commission to incorporate its suggested special conditions. The conclusion of Weston and Sampson's report dated 28th of February 2024, that concentrations of PFA compounds reported pose no significant increased risk to field users or the environment, although they added that it is a developing area of science. Based on the findings and expert testimony as set forth above, the Commission found that the proposed activities will not have a significant adverse impact on the wetlands or watercourses. Now, therefore, be it resolved, after taking into consideration the entire record, application number 23-24-14 is approved for the reasons stated above, which the Commission adopts as a collective basis for its action. The Commission, by whatever vote, adopts the resolution. Resolved, application number 23-24-14 is hereby approved with the following special conditions. 1, as described in the Weston and Sampson memo dated February the 23rd, 2024, regarding testing of the original construction materials. Any future materials to maintain the artificial turf system shall be required to undergo the same testing requirements for the 5-year period of this permit. The analytical results are to be provided to the First District Water Company for independent review and comment prior to shipment of the sample materials to the project site. 2, the engineer of record or another acceptable certified inspector shall monitor construction activities and provide weekly observation reports, supplemented with additional observation reports. After each rainfall event greater than 1/2 inch of rainfall, reports shall be provided to the town engineer and inland wetland staff for the duration of active construction activities. 3, St. Luke shall provide a stormwater management agreement to the town engineer for review. Upon acceptance of the stormwater maintenance agreement by the town engineer, St. Luke shall record the maintenance agreement with the town clerk's office. 4, reports documenting adherence to the stormwater management operation and maintenance plan shall be filed on an annual basis to the town engineer. 5, SMRT shall submit a separate detailed construction logistics plan sent to inland wetland staff. 6, practices utilized to maintain and/or clean the field should not be done in any manner where debris is blown or directed from the field toward or into wetlands. 7, St. Luke shall make certain the existing debris litter as visible along the base of the boulder sloped wall shall be removed by hand from the wetlands and properly disposed of. 8, St. Luke shall provide a planting plan for approval by inland wetland staff to replace the 12 trees to be removed with 12 trees to be planted in the upland review area. And then finally, I would just like to read to you the part of the draft resolution as it relates to the notice of intervention. As to the 22A-19 verified notice of intervention, 1, findings. In accordance with the findings and for all of the reasons set forth in the resolution of approval regarding application number 23-24-14, 377 North Wilton Road, St. Luke's Foundation, Inc., map 40, block 105, lot 90. Construct new synthetic turf field on top of proposed parking garage. Reconfigure the parking lot north of Watson Field into a corral parking area. Fine grade and landscape. The Commission finds that the intervener has not proven that the applicant's proposed conduct is reasonably likely to have the effect of unreasonably polluting, impairing, or destroying the public trust in the air, water, or other natural resources of the state. More particularly, the Commission finds that the intervener has not set forth sufficient credible and quantifiable evidence to prove the allegations set forth in the petition of intervention. So, excuse me a minute. So now we have read into the record the draft resolution, and I propose that we move to 2 votes. The first one on the application itself. Director Holland.
Chairman Jameson, I just have a couple comments. On page 2, item 9, I believe I would like to insert December 4th, 2023 at that location. And then during your reading of the resolution, I think you may have inadvertently skipped item number 12, reading all of those into the record. So it went from what the applicant had provided as testimony, the applicant so those, all the applicant, and then item 12, I don't think you read that, so
No.
I think you should read that.
With all the records?
Not with all the records, you just refer to the records. I think you
Okay.
just skipped over.
very good. So, Angela Jameson, for the record, I am going to read into the record item number 12 in the draft resolution. And item 12 reads, the opposition interveners provided verbal testimony and submitted the following reports while the application was pending. It then lists the variety of reports and testimony that are part of the record. Is that sufficient?
Thank you. And I have one last comment. Commissioner Ramirez brought to my attention on page 5, the bullet, number 3. I would just like to change the word management to maintenance to be uniform to the other 2 references to storm maintenance agreement.
Very good. Does anybody have any objection to that? Okay, then I think unless anybody wants to raise anything else, we're ready to move to a vote on the application itself. Could I please hear a motion?
Commissioner Redden, for the record, I recommend that application 23-24-14 is approved with the 8 special conditions as listed in the document.
Thank you, Commissioner Redden. Do I have someone to second that?
I can second it.
Commissioner Woike, thank you. All those in favor, please raise your hand. All those against, please raise your hand. Any abstentions? So the application is passed unanimously. We'll now move to a vote on the verified notice of intervention. Please, could I have a motion on that?
Commissioner Redden, for the record, on the verified notice of intervention, I make a motion that it has not proven the applicants are affecting the wetlands, and so I'm not sure what the motion is to say no to it.
Angela Jameson, for the record, I suggest simply the excerpt. The commission finds that the intervener has not proven that the applicant's proposed conduct is reasonably likely to have the effect of unreasonably polluting, impairing, or destroying the public trust in the air, water, or other natural resources of the state. More particularly, commission finds that the intervener has not set forth sufficient credible and quantifiable evidence to prove the allegations set forth in the petition of intervention. I would suggest that wording, unless anybody disagrees.
That wording is fine.
Thank you for proposing the motion. Commissioner Redden, do we have a second, please?
I second the motion.
Oh, Commissioner Ramirez, thank you. All those in favor of the motion, please raise your hands. Any against? Any abstentions? Then that motion is approved unanimously also. So thank you for that. Director Holland, anything else that you want to add at this point on this item?
No, Attorney Peter Gelderman, I think is still on the line, but I believe we have covered everything unless Attorney Gelderman had anything to add.
No, I think the commission did a terrific job.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Attorney Gelderman. So with that, let's turn to the next items on the agenda. The agent's report, administrative actions. Director Holland, what would you like to discuss with us here?
There were 3 applications that went through the process of review with the various departments, including in the wetlands, for typical activities, swimming pools, some demolition activities and new construction, and the last one is full demolition and new construction, redevelopment of a site as listed on the agenda.
Does anybody have any questions or comments? So is there anything else anybody would like to discuss this evening? So would anybody like to make a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I make a motion to adjourn the tonight's meeting.
Thank you, Commissioner Ramirez, seconded by.
I'll second it, Commissioner Sanford.
Thank you. All those in favor, please raise your hand. Any against? Any abstentions? No. So the meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.